she was making me mad. Did she seriously think I was this stupid? These memories were precious to me, and I wasn't going to let her win over my mind.
They're not that precious. I didn't really care about them that much.
These memories are important to me. I know the other creatures exist. I know that magic exists. I'm more open-minded now.
Open-minded or gullible?
Those are not the same thing at all.
Definitely not.
Fuck off.
What did she mean by that? The point of being open-minded was to be open to all thought. How was that anything close to being gullible?
There is nothing to learn from remembering the boys that won't bring trouble. I'm merely saving you from that. There are more than just demons who want to keep their existence a secret.
Oh my god, I just remembered her attempts to reason why you should forget. And it's amazing. Oh my god, you're in for a fucking treat. Did you want more demon lore? Did you want to know, like, the Dark Souls fucking style backstory to this world?
Not really.
You're gonna learn it anywhere.
There are many creatures in this world that don't want to be known of. And you remembering a small fragment is not acceptable to them without good reason.
Diana smirked.
If you would have kept the boys, or at least had one of them around, they'd be a little more lenient to listen to your pleas. However, you're about to go into tomorrow without any of them around.
I think that's code for we didn't increase their social links enough.
Well, you know, those signs of love.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my ears. There were more than just demons. Other fictional creatures existed. There was a system. What?
She snapped her fingers, lifting my body up from the ground with her magic.
Look, I can kill you and no longer waste what little time I have, or I can erase your memories and go on with my life. I have more important things to do above arguing with you.
I should point out, I know for a fact there is in fact an ending where she will just kill you.
Safe?
Yeah.
We should save just to be safe.
There's straight up an ending where she just murders you. She feeds you like a fucking Sarlacc. Look, I can kill you.
I looked down at the ground. That's loud.
Look down at the ground to see something that made every nerve in my body quickly quake with fear.
On the ground was a large open mouth with sharp, wet teeth leading to an empty black abyss. I could feel the heat from my mouth.
The heat from the mouth brief pant against my floating body. What's that? What's that hilarious scream that always cracks us up? I can't remember it now.
Oi.
No. It's like a scream from a... fuck, I can't remember it. Sorry, it's gone.
Ask Reese. Reese, wake up.
It's like a mean laugh. I don't remember what it is, though. No, it's gone.
We'll find it one day. I looked at Diana, who was giving me a stern, almost heartless gaze.
Make a choice, sweetie. Give up your memories, or be a demon's snack. I warn you, he's quite the biter.
I was panicking. I was about to die. Again, the boys weren't here to protect me. What was I going to do? Fight!
I think this might be what gets us killed.
I don't care.
I wasn't going to let her win. I knew I could fight her. I began pulling the hold on me roughly. My mind was fighting, but my body wasn't responding.
Still wish to fight.
Diana rubbed her temples before walking to me.
I've had enough of this.
All of a sudden, Diana grabbed my head, making my mind blank out. I felt large waves of energy zip from my body and mind at her touch, but it was intensified as Diana placed her lips on... What the fuck? I didn't kiss back. I didn't fight. I couldn't do anything. I could only stare as she drained my body of energy. My body began to go limp, and my mind grew insanely heavy. If I wasn't floating, I would surely be on the ground, passed out. How was she able to pull this much energy without doing anything more than kissing me? I would never know. It's almost like she's a succubus.
Yeah.
Soon my whole body felt numb, and I felt like an empty spirit floating in midair. Diana slightly frowned at sight.
Such a waste.
Diana twirled a hand over my hair, twirling a strand around her finger.
So long, sweetie.
Before I knew it, I was falling. She had let me go. I could only close my eyes. I didn't even feel a thing. Ends. So long, sweetie. That's all we get.
Yep. Achievement unlocked. So that was Seduce Me.
No, you fucking don't. We're not getting out of it that easy.
Aww. Fine, we'll give up the memories.
Or do you want to make a deal with that?
Give up the memories.
Give up the memories. You're right, because if we give up the memories, that means we go on the social links that are normal, like the Naomi one. Yes! Smart thinking. Hey, fist bump.
My mind began to wonder, were the memories truly worth my life?
I remember the way the boys helped organise the house party and helped home after Malik's ordeal. But then I remembered, fuck those guys. I don't want to die.
I wasn't a demon. I wasn't anyone special.
The world of magic was too large for me. I already had a world to face without magic being involved. Oh man, how am I ever going to deal with taxes? I felt a wave of sadness run through me, replaying the memories of all that had happened in the past few days. Grandfather, no! Boys, yes.
One last time before speaking up.
Fine, take my memories. I couldn't help them. They were beyond my world. They were beyond what I needed to know. I was never meant to know of them. So I'll just point out now, I chose to make a deal with her, if I remember right. And that's what takes you down her route, and lets you see the worst art in the game that I've seen. So I will show you that later. I'll spice it in. Diana nodded.
Glad you understand now.
The pit beast below me closed its jaws, vanishing into nothing as I was lowered to the ground. I stood up straight and looked to Diana, resolved. Diana sighed before closing her hand and muttering Latin phrases under her breath, loud enough for me to barely hear. She then opened her hand and revealed a small purple vial.
What's that?
A memory potion. It will remove all of the memories of demons and magic from your mind. With the memories gone, you can live your life as free as you want.
What about the boys?
They're demons, so fucking no, you will not remember them, you stupid bitch.
I have a spell for them. As soon as you drink that potion, you sign your contract with me, and I will take the boys back to where they belong.
Wait, this thing is a binding contract? Well, can I at least read the fine print? Nope, bringing out the pit demon again.
Anyways, will they remember me?
I'll make sure they won't. They won't even remember ever thinking about coming to the human world.
Why didn't you use it before now? Why do I have to drink it knowingly?
Because demon magic isn't black and white, dear. The one catch is that the potion has to be drunk with full natural consent. So I can't just slip it into your chocolate milk or pour it into your mouth as you sleep. That's the downside of good succubus magic.
So I'll be...
A plain, boring human. No potential, no abilities, no memories to even have abilities. You'll be a plain Jane girl.
The text
in a
did not
plain
match the voice
Jane
again.
I don't know.
She said no abilities after no potential, and then no memories to even have abilities.
I nodded. Before looking into the vial, my memories had exchanged for my humanity. I popped the cork of the vial and gingerly brought it to my lips. Goodbye, magic. Goodbye, demons. Goodbye, strange future.
Goodbye, boy toys.
Hello,
Normalcy.
That just looks weird.
I don't know if that's a real word. I think it is.
It is.
I always thought it was two L's.
But it looks weird.
Whatever.
I tilted my head back and began to chug the drink down, feeling its magic already starting to work as it reached the inside.
And she also pulled out her actual drink. I felt dizzy and sick, but I sucked down every last drop of the liquid. Yeah. Strawberries. I felt the memories of the boys fade away. Wait, who am I talking about again? Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Where am I? What's my name? I didn't remember anything. Not Malik, not that I was kidnapped. I don't even know who's standing in front of me right now. As I finished drinking, I felt my body grow weaker, almost being unable to continue standing up. My vision blurred and fuzzy. My vision was blurred and fuzzy, and I couldn't help but let my eyes just slip shut. I asked for this. I wouldn't have the boys protecting me anymore. I didn't even open my eyes when I finally fell forward into Diane's arms.
It's for your own good, sweetie.
Oh
Forget
my
about it
god,
and
look
be
at
normal.
that. They fucking turned her name back to question marks. You know what? I appreciate that. That almost makes up for the errors fuck up earlier.
Yeah, almost.
I'm sorry.
I felt my mind slowly relax. There were no demons, no devils, no magic to drive me crazy. Everything was normal. Everything was peaceful and boring. Just the way Diane wanted it. Just the way I wanted it. Eventually, the morning arrived and the sun screamed at me to get up. Get the fuck up! Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock, which was nice. That's never happened before. Stretched out and quickly got dressed, ready for school. I went over in my mind what had happened over the weekend, suddenly feeling kind of woozy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, did I start drinking? Like, what the hell happened? I'd moved in
on
Friday night.
Held a house party on Saturday, and joined by Sunday.
Yep, that was pretty much it. Nothing else happened. This whole game takes place over a weekend. Huh, how crazy is that? Scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining hall. The room was empty and I felt hungry. I needed to eat something. I looked at my phone and saw a text I must have forgotten about. Let's see if this one's voiced. Nope, it's not. Naomi asked if I was okay. If I was okay, what did she mean? Did something happen yesterday? I tried to remember, but for some reason yesterday's events seemed blurry and blank. I remember going to school, getting into a fist fight with Lizette, getting stern talking to by that teacher who has ceased to exist, and then going home with no events in between. No incidents whatsoever. I don't remember, however, what exactly went on. I must have been, it's fine, who cares? I rubbed my head and tried to just shake off the exhaustion. Damn studying. Damn you! I sighed and texted back. Oh, LOL, I am totally super okay. Do you want to go get brunch later? I made myself some quick toast and coffee. I needed a jump start. I felt drained and I did not want to fall asleep in class. Something bothered me though. My house felt empty, you know, like a mansion would when you live in it alone. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something about it was just bothering me. It's like, why am I in a mansion alone? That's weird. Grandfather was weird. Why did he live alone? God damn it. I finished my food and quickly rushed off to the front, waiting for Naomi's car and confident that nothing was going to happen. Oh god, it's the same fucking radio station.
Superstation!
Oh god. Making promises we can't keep since 1995. I avoid talking about what happened yesterday, the thing I can't remember. I'll be riding with you guys from now on to and from school. As we entered the school, we quickly gathered our things from the lockers and headed to class. There were no events to my surprise. Naomi and Suzu took their seats around me, Suzu in front and Naomi beside me. Before the class bell rang and the class was greeted by our teacher. History wasn't as boring as economics, but I still managed to space out in that class just the same. Naomi seemed to be very tense, focusing on her desk more than usual. I was almost tempted to poke her and see what was wrong. Poke, poke. My phone, though, vibrated in my pocket. Oh god, what now? Thank god I set it to vibrate before class. I pulled out my phone and checked it, seeing a text from Suzu. But you're right next to me!
They can't talk low technically in class.
Oh god, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yeah.
Dude, what's up with Naomi?
Oh, now the texts are voiced? God damn it, game, make up your mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I hope everything's alright with her. This isn't like her at all.
Yeah, same here. I mean, we could just ask her. She's right there, or I have her number. I looked over once again at Naomi. She was intensely scribbling in her notebook, almost obsessively so. The grip on her new-looking purple pencil was almost tight enough to bend with each stroke she made with it. She's drawing me like one of her French girls again.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Why did you say that in a French accent?
Why not?
Think about how weird that is. Paint me like one of your French girls. Was the accent really necessary? Yes.
By the way, Kay kind of let me in on what's going on with Naomi.
Spill the beans.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
Apparently, Naomi's got a crush on someone. Like, a huge crush. She's been to the cafe to see Kay multiple times since the beginning of the school year.
Gee, who the fuck could it be that she goes to the cafe where Kay works every fucking day? Couldn't believe it. Was Naomi having romantic troubles? This girl?
Looked over once more.
Something made my heart slightly skip at seeing her again. I was worried, yes, but for some reason I felt a little angry. Who did Naomi have a crush on? Why was she so nervous about it? Why couldn't she tell me? Why was it not me?
What if it is you?
God, what if it is me? I put my phone back in my pocket and in the conversation. Hopefully Naomi would explain things soon enough. I mean, I did mostly focus on her social links, so it should be me. I was abnormally curious about her and this mysterious crush. Time continued until the end of the class period in that exact status. Naomi held her tense ground, focusing on nothing but the incoherent scribbles on... Sorry, my voice is going again. Can you take over for a bit?
Incoherent scribbles on her paper, while Susan and I watched her in worry, not caring for the class we were in. As the bell rang, Naomi stood up suddenly.
I need to go. See you in economics.
But I don't take it... never mind. And for the first time ever, Naomi was the first person out of the door.
What just happened?
I don't know.
I think we just got left behind in her dust.
Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust.
You were in a completely different place on that. Remember when we were joking about how she's like Sonic?
Do, 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 do.
There's only really one choice.
Chase after her.
This is just like the Notebook. Wait, Naomi, we have to die together in our sleep at the age of 80.
I needed to see what was wrong. Naomi was important to me and I needed to help her.
One of us has to have dementia. It's required.
I instantly grabbed my things and rushed out the room.
Whoa! Anderson! Hey!
I wasn't listening.
I needed to get to Naomi.
The hall was full of students, which made spotting Naomi a little harder, and also running through it. It's a good thing I played all that Assassin's Creed.
Just doing that Mario thing where you're jumping on the heads.
Yeah, just like boom, boom, boom.
Da da
boom.
da da da
Da,
da
da, da, da. Ow, 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 my head!
Naomi.
You know, I just remembered something.
Hmm?
So I saw this art recently, I've been sharing it on the Discord, where the God of War artist has been doing highly realistic images of the Smash Brothers cast. And some of it's fucking horrifying. Like, Bowser looks like an actual fucking dinosaur.
You have to show me after.
Yeah. But and all of it, some of it, others like really cool. Like Link looks great. One of the things I was thinking about is like, what if you showed Goombas being crushed by Mario's stump as realistic? Because if you look in the games, they like flatten into like a 2D texture and then disappear in a puff of smoke. Imagine what that would look like if it was drawn realistically. Like, oh god, that is pure horror. I began to push through the crowd, trying to find a trace of her hair, her shirt, anything. Her smell. She went that way.
I managed to catch a glimpse of her white boat and instinctively follow it down the hall into a classroom.
Jason!
Jason! Naomi's class was safe away. Where was she going? I continued following and peeked into the classroom, seeing no one else in there except Naomi.
What shocked me was seeing Naomi standing over an empty desk, whimpering and almost sobbing.
I didn't know what to do. The world behind me in the hall went to slow motion as I stared at Naomi's back. She obviously wanted to be alone, but I wanted to help her and fix whatever was bothering her. Help her, help her. I couldn't leave her like this. I quietly stepped into the room and closed the door, making Naomi flinch and freeze up.
Yeah.
Naomi?
Naomi gasped before turning to me, a shocked expression on her face. Tears had pinged at her cheeks, which made my heart sink into my chest. Be still,
Naomi,
my beating
what's
heart.
wrong?
It's nothing. Nothing.
Naomi quickly rubbed her eyes and face, trying to cover up her face and clean it of sadness. I pressed my lips together, not believing her. Naomi, talk to me. You were acting strange in history.
I was just listening to the lecture.
Now that's bull.
I'm thinking about it, and it's like, what history lesson could possibly make you react that way?
Yeah.
Henry VIII is so tragic.
Divorced, beheaded, survived.
He just couldn't find love, could he? All he wanted was a son. Was that so hard, world?
Well, yeah. His wife died.
He only murdered like 1,000 people so he could fund his fucking divorce.
Next. You were scribbling in your notebook. I was watching almost the entire class period.
I have bad handwriting.
Oh,
That is
bullshit.
bollocks.
No, she didn't. She had the most precise and elegant handwriting I had ever seen.
Look, if you're gonna say that you're bad at something, at least say that you're bad at lying. That I can believe.
Yeah. Why would she lie to me? What's going on? What's making her so distraught? Naomi, whatever is troubling you, let me help you.
You can't help me, okay?
Oof.
Ow.
Suddenly emotion. Channel that emotion. Fuse the drama.
I stepped back, feeling the sudden anger in her voice. She covered her mouth, regretting what had come out of it, staring at me almost in pure fright. Naomi. I stepped towards her, not wanting to scare her, but wanting to be closer. Naomi didn't seem affected, so I continued walking towards her. Eventually, we were only a desk away from each other. Tell me.
No, I was just getting cracking up with the idea of like desks as a unit of measurement.
Naomi stared before laying out a shuttered sigh, nodding in defeat. I slowly took a seat in the desk in front of me, watching as she moved to stand in front of it.
I've been having some issues, okay?
This is a weird position to have this conversation, like sitting in the fucking desk and she's in front of it.
You got like your legs crossed on the desk?
You know, like you're leaning back, you got your hands behind your hair, it's like, tell me your problems.
Anyways.
No, lie down across that desk, you know, and you just take out a fucking notebook. You say, it's like, so tell me about your mother.
Let me just paint you like a French doll. Issues? About what?
Well, I mean, it's not an issue, but I mean, it's hard to describe.
Look, it's either an issue or it isn't an issue. Make up your mind.
It's one or the other. Is someone bothering you?
In a way,
Is it me?
Is someone bullying you?
no.
All right, we're gonna figure this out eventually. All right, I've got 18 more questions. I will figure out the answer.
Does someone have a crush on you?
Well, actually, it's the opposite.
Hey, you're not supposed to say anything except yes or no. You're making this too easy for me.
Far too easy.
You have a crush on... That was a waste of a question.
Yeah, but I don't know how to handle it. I mean, I used to believe I liked only guys, but all of a sudden I had these feelings. So I went to Kay, but she only listened and told me to just go along with it. But I don't know how to, I mean...
Shh.
Calm yourself.
Fine. You're gay. Or lesbian. Bi. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not like we're in Japan. Are we? I forget again. Where is this thick place? Like Seattle or something?
I think it was Los Angeles.
Is it one of the redneck states? No? Then you're fine.
Anyways. You have a crush on a girl?
That's not bad, is it? I'm the one who always wanted to talk about guys.
Of course not. You can like whoever you want.
But what if I liked someone who was really close to me?
I mean, that's
That
usually
tends
what
to happen.
happens.
I mean, the closer you are to a person, the more you're attracted to them. My mind instantly went to Suzu. Did Naomi like her? There was no way. Then again, maybe Suzu's rebellious personality interested Naomi enough to like her after all these years. It wouldn't be impossible.
Man, how are you this dense, girl? It's clearly you.
She lost her memories.
You don't get to use that excuse for everything.
Yet, I somehow felt a little jealous. Naomi likes Suzu? How could that be?
So wait, when she forgot everything related to magic, does that include the magic of love?
Yes.
Oh, that's tragic. She doesn't remember why she likes her parents or anything.
But she never liked her dad.
Oh, so I guess no change there then.
I had to stop. This wasn't helping Naomi. I needed to help her feel better beyond anything else. So what? If you like someone close to you, that makes the feeling much more powerful. Who knows? Maybe she likes you back.
Maybe.
Naomi stared at me with a look I could almost couldn't understand. It seemed strange, but almost loving.
Take the fucking hint!
What if the person I like is you?
And just fucking any chance of a hint is just fucking dropped.
Oh my god. I saw this coming like years ago. Whoa!
Okay, opinions?
It looks alright.
Yeah.
Our character's head looks a little
Isabel
weird.
looks weird, but Naomi looks pretty good.
Yeah, looks mostly fine. Actually, wait. I'm getting really confused about the perspective on her chest again.
Her shoulder looks
What
weird.
is this? Like, there's something weird about the elevation. Like, what is this camera angle?
It looks weird. We'll just say it looks weird.
Are we like, is the camera downwards pointing up? I can't
Can you
tell.
do me a favor? Hide the text again. Send me a screenshot.
No, right, okay. There you go. I'll show you that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna redraw that in my style to see if I can make that.
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
It's just a personal thing. I want to see if I can make it look better.
It's weird. It's interesting. Like, you know what? Can I just say before we continue? How into this game have you become from your initial, like, no fucking way that you want to redraw one of its panels?
I just don't want to make
It's so-
this anatomy make sense.
It's so interesting, isn't it? Like, you're invested.
I don't care that much, but God, I think it's what's more off-putting is the text and the voices at times. Some of the art, though, it's good art. I'll give it that. It's just some of the
I've
anatomy.
liked
Well,
you
only
for a
anatomy.
while now. I mean, well, I've liked you since last year. I was really not sure about how I felt, though, until last semester, when I started seeing Kay. She told me that what I was feeling was normal, even though I kind of thought I'd always go for men. I mean, not that I have anything against people who aren't straight, but like...
Shh.
It's okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You just want the boobies.
I have what you need. I have what you need. We're all good. Shut the fuck up. Naomi whimpered as she fumbled over her words. I found it adorable, but I couldn't help but stare at her in surprise. She liked me?
Me?
What is there to like? Gently, Naomi took one of my hands and brought it to her lips, closing her eyes to breathe before looking back at me. This isn't weird at all.
I like you. I really do. Okay?
The tickles. Please don't breathe on my hand. That's weird. I felt my heart flutter in flattery. Naomi, one of my best friends, liked me. If you say that sentence in isolation, it comes across really weird.
Yeah.
One of my best friends likes me? I've never experienced that before.
Anyways,
I wasn't sure how to feel.
Naomi's face was almost as red as a tomato. But tomato?
It was almost as red as her hair.
Yeah. But she continued to hold my hand, wanting me to say something. She was a patient woman. I guess the confession really got her nerves out because she was even calm and almost relaxed. What could I say to her, though? I like you back, maybe?
I mean, we're
I've
going to
been
get a choice
finding
somewhere.
you since the start of the game. Because you're damn fine.
This was a huge deal for both of us. She'd been one of my best friends for the majority of my life. She's a childhood friend. Oh my god.
Anime stereotype.
Are you sure we're not in Japan?
It might be.
It was surreal, yet it made me feel both strange and fluffy.
Yeah, what kind of Japanese person has the last name of Anderson?
We've talked about this before, like the names are all over the place.
In an earlier part.
Yeah. Naomi smiled and gently lowered my hand. I watched as she let out a relaxed sigh.
I feel so much better after saying that. Thank you.
I couldn't help but stare at Naomi longer. Was she not expecting me to say anything in return? The sentence bubbled in my stomach, forcing itself out of my mouth without a filter. Go out with me.
Bam! Okay.
Fucking seduce me.
I'm just like reading the lines. Like, that's a very subtle, like, no thank you.
I did not know what came over me. I let it spill out. I liked her, though. I liked her a lot. It was adorable and cute in her own special way. I love that she did it. I love that she was an individual and stayed true to herself no matter what Susan or I did. Sure, she was a little ditzy, but that added to the charm.
Again, like, the smartest of the three. Like, I don't get this whole ditzy thing.
Yeah. She stared at me wide-eyed, blushing red as could be. I was positive that if she blushed anymore, she would faint from all the blood rushing to her cheeks to coat on that red.
Did you just...
Yes, I did. I stood gently taking Naomi's hand. I needed her to know how I felt, and she poured her feelings out to me. It was more than fair that I shared mine with her. I really like you too. You're adorable and I love that about you. You're kind and sophisticated and you have this sort of charm. That's one way to put it. Naomi, will you go out with me? Naomi was completely red in the face, but her eyes started to water. Rogue tears dripped from the edges of her eyes and she smiled at me.
Yes, I will.
When you confess to a character in a video game.
Yeah, we won the video game.
Naomi rushed around the desk separating us and hugged me tightly. I held her to me and smiled.
Wait, what?
We hugging. But the image ain't changed.
But the image, as it's shown right now, there's no desk between them.
Yeah.
But we were in this position before, because she mentioned having her hand... whatever.
Fuck it. Just
Fuck
go.
it, whatever.
Moving on. I felt a small part of my heart full of pure joy. I felt happy, like nothing was going to stand in my way of Naomi to help me. Months went by since Naomi's confession. We were happy, and eventually graduation came along. The rest of the story could almost be passed over. I graduated from school as one of the top 10 students in my class. My family was proud, even my dad.
Fuck you, Dad!
He's proud of us! Maybe it was because I did my best in school. Maybe it was because I was finally a woman in his eyes. Naomi, my girlfriend, went to culinary school right after school, learning the basics of cooking and business. Her desire to make a cafe was astounding, and soon she was ranking in the top of her class within the first few weeks. Kay offered Naomi a job at the Pink Lady Cafe, letting her serve with Lily as a supervisor. Naomi instantly accepted and worked with Lily to bring the customers in town the best coffee and treats ever made. But what of my future?
That's a story for another time.
Well, with Naomi's support, I finally
Or not.
decided to stand up for myself. After I graduated, Andrew and I presented our cases to the board and decided to have Andrew step in and into the CEO position of the Anderson Toy Company. My father was beyond shocked. I congratulated Andrew and went to the University of Chicago to get a degree, while Andrew dedicated himself full-time to the company.
But a degree in what? We'll never know. Andrew vowed to respect the wishes of the late CEO and help the company become an even grander company.
Andrew had a large amount of heart, and so it was easily accomplished. My grandfather would have been proud to see how Andrew helped it shine.
I mean, what was anyone else going to do? We're going to downsize this shit.
Yeah. With the CEO position fulfilled, my father had no choice but to let me decide my future, which made me happy beyond compare.
Fuck you, Dad!
Literally. No longer I would have the future scaring me in the corner. I would choose my life on my own. With that being said, I was still scared to where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help Andrew build the company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Naomi reassured me that she would support me and help me through whatever I decided to do. I was grateful and I would never forget that promise. I was happy and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning, I woke up and took it all in that had happened, as if it was almost a surreal dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It was almost surreal.
Is everything as you wanted, sweetie?
Yes.
What the deuce?
Who dat?
New apartment, who dis?
I sharply turned my head to see a woman dressed in golden black gown, staring at me with unnaturally red eyes. For some reason, it felt as if she was familiar. I couldn't place my finger on it.
Who are you? How the fuck did you get in here? Did Naomi hire you?
I don't take no one else. She twirled around a small purple pencil, smiling at me with a happy look. I, however, wasn't happy to have a sudden intruder.
Small purple pencil, like Naomi's.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
Oh boy, I'm gonna fucking save.
Yep.
Just be careful.
I would
I actually
say
thought the game was over. Like, we skipped ahead like 6 months.
Yeah, same. Who are you?
Nanny?
There's no need to worry about who I am. I just wanted to make sure you got what you desired. I didn't want to just leave you empty-handed.
What I desired? This is making no sense, yet in my heart it felt like it did. Something about her was making my heart both elate and angry, but I couldn't pin down why. How did she even appear in my room in the first place? Whoever you are, you need to leave. I will not hesitate to call the police.
Oh, I'm leaving, all right. I just wanted a small pick-me-up. Chasing down boys and bringing them home was a hard job and took a lot out of me.
That was 6 months ago. I suddenly felt weak staring at the woman. I felt warm and fuzzy inside my body, and I wanted the woman to cure me. Why was I feeling like this way?
Would you mind if I steal a little kiss for the road? It'll be a long trek to where I'm going, and I need to make sure I have the energy to get there. It's only fair since I helped you get your little happy ending, no?
I felt myself nod. What was I doing?
No, I'm taken.
The woman smiled before walking over, leaning over to me and kissing my cheek. I felt waves of energy deplete from my body through my cheek. I felt elated and confused. I almost moaned at the feeling. No.
Ew. Oh, no, blur
Ew.
that word out. YouTube's not going to be happy.
No! Just censor. After a short moment, the woman finally stepped away and licked, with a lick of her lips, she rubbed, censor, and she stepped away from me. I couldn't help but stare blankly at her in surprise and confusion.
Lovely. Now, this is the last time you'll see me. I hope you and your sweet Naomi have a wonderful life together.
Wait, who?
The woman placed a purple pencil into the sensor because YouTube and began to leave the room. I was too stunned to move, but I watched as the woman opened my balcony window, floated up, and dropped from the balcony.
The woman placed the purple pencil into her beep of her beep and began to lead the bleep.
And thus, my price is paid.
I heard her voice echo in my mind before hearing the snapping of a pencil breaking my thoughts. What was I thinking about? Oh yes, my life. My mind wandered to the future before my phone started ringing. I instantly picked it up. Hello?
Hey, can I come over?
Hell yes.
Sure. Yeah, sure. What's up?
I just need to talk to you.
Oh no. That's never a good sign. We need to talk.
Okay, see you in a bit. I grew worried. What was wrong? Did something happen? My mind began to sort through possibilities. What could have occurred with Naomi?
Soon enough, I heard Naomi's car pull up to the gate. I rushed to the front door and opened them to see Naomi looking at me with a gigantic, happy smile.
Guess what happened?
A rhino escaped from the zoo. What?
Just guess.
Guess. You got a cafe?
Ryan Reynolds is up for an Oscar.
He deserves one.
Yes, he does. That chandelier is going to fall on my head in 5 seconds.
We're getting married.
The Detective Pikachu movie isn't bad.
Alright. Did you get transferred up a level in class?
Nope.
Alright, did you win something?
In a way.
Are you going to be at the Special Olympics? Like, what?
Before I knew it, Naomi was holding a ticket that had the word Paris printed across it in bold letters.
I guess you like that city a lot. Are you going to hang that up on your
Guess
wall?
who's
Like,
going to
what?
Paris for summer before sophomore year?
Did you come here just to rub that in?
Oh,
I smiled. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
I smiled seeing how happy Naomi was. She and I both know that France was a great place to learn about cafes, second only to Italy. However, I felt my heart grew heavy. She was going to Paris.
The date across the top notched that the trip was 3 days away and would last the entire summer. She and I had talked about going together as a kind of international date of sorts. She was going to go alone. Why?
I know that look on your face. What's wrong?
We'll be in a long-distance relationship. Naomi stared at me blankly before looking to her hands. She didn't stare at giggle before laughing almost hysterically.
Huh?
What's so funny?
I'm sorry, I didn't show you.
Naomi gently moved her fingers, revealing a second ticket behind hers. I gasped and stared at her
We
widely.
both can go.
I feel like I don't understand if this is meant to be a plot twist because we were never told that we couldn't go before now.
Yeah.
What?
Anyways.
That's such a weird reveal.
So how'd you feel about this, Art?
It's alright. It's not better or worse than the other one. The eyes are a little but whatever. I felt my heart lift from its heavy feeling as I stared at the second ticket. Quickly rushed at Naomi and hugged her, kissing her. She was shocked. I mean, we've been together for like 6 months. Like, come on. As I felt like I relaxed in my arms, she kissed me back. I didn't want to wake up if this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of this woman in my arms. There were no words that could describe the emotions within me. I felt joy, happiness, ecstatic, high, all at once. Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Here I was, holding the woman I wanted to be with, and all I could think about was bleep, while on the bleep. And that bleep, I vowed to cherish her and love her for the remainder of my days and beyond. And that was my happily ever after. Ending Naomi's love.
Oh.
And that Seduce Me.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's left is, if I can get my phone, I will splice it into the video. But for you, I will just show you on my phone. Where is my phone, actually? Is it on the desk? Oh, there it is. Wait, is it playing a song?
Yeah.
I don't remember this at all.
Maybe it changes depending on the ending.
It might, but it's also just been literally years since I did this game. So this is the image I'll splice in. Can you read the text from there?
I'm not reading that out loud.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can read it.
So for context, she's like, I'm gonna demonstrate my power, and you teleport into a fucking office building with a conference room, and there's like 8 businessmen just like, what the fuck's going on? And she uses her powers to hypnotize them and then makes them come and line up to do that. As a, like, look what I can do. And you're just like, and all I can think is like,
That was the
man, that
Anderson
art
Toy
looks
Company.
fucking bad.
That was the Anderson Toy Company.
I might as well have been. Special thanks to the family and friends of the cast and crew, our Kickstarter backers. I did not know this was a Kickstarter game. Bob, Dick, Crab Nipples, Richard Pickles.
Please just don't ask. I'm gonna ask! I have something to show you after the credits is done.
But I think we can call it after the LP.
It's something we can show on the LP.
Oh, okay, what was it?
You know that room that we found at the beginning of the game, the bonus room?
We found a bonus room?
Yeah, it was like a little thing in that bonus. We clicked
Oh,
on it,
right,
we couldn't
yeah.
get in. Oh. Okay, so...
Bonus room, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the angel's password? All
So
caps?
put caps.
Okay, caps. What is this?
Demon wall.
Demon
No
Wall.
space. War.
War. Oh, Demon War is the name of the sequel.
So,
It's been 2 years since he passed away. My visits to his graves became fewer as time went on, but no one could tell me why I stopped. I tried to visit him whenever it was sunny so bad weather wouldn't bring me down my mood, but it was better not to be sad when I came by. Today, though, was an incredibly happy day. It was so full of emotion I couldn't help but visit his gravestone. I wondered, what would grandfather think of me? After all, I was about to marry I was about to marry the man of my dreams, and I had stopped before going to the wedding venue to talk to my grandfather. I was pretty sure I would look odd in that cemetery, done in a wedding dress. However, I didn't really mind. I needed to come regardless. I stood by the grave, staring down at it with a smile. I was getting married today, grandfather. The wind gently danced around me as my grandfather ushered me to reply, blah blah blah. Couldn't lie, I wished my grandfather to be at my wedding, but I couldn't go back in time. If I was able to, how could I have stopped him from dying? I shook my head. I didn't want to think about that, not on the day of my wedding. I hope you'll be there in spirit, Grandpa. There in spirit. Oh, that's a good one.
I'm sure you'll...
Before I could continue my sentence, the sky suddenly became dark, causing me to look up. The rain began to fall and patter against the stone grass as haunting bell chime. What boggled my mind was the fact that the rain was avoiding my body. It was like I was in a safe circle but underneath an invisible umbrella, so the rain couldn't soak me or my dress. You came to the cemetery in your wedding dress?
Yeah, she said she did.
Was this grandfather's doing? Was it raining all of a sudden? I mean, the graveyard is right next to the church where the wedding's probably taking. Yeah, it's not that weird. The rain became heavy and I didn't dare move from my spot, afraid of what would happen if I moved from it. I looked to the grave, confused and concerned. My eyes locked onto the grave. This wasn't a natural storm. Magic was at work here. My heart gave a gentle thud in reply to my conclusion, but the word magic reverberated in my mind. Magic. I looked down and lifted my hands to scan over my gloved palms. My fingers began to tingle, and as if a single word unlocked something. Magic. I gently pinched the edge of one glove with 2 fingers and slid it off, revealing my bare hand. Nothing had changed, but I could feel that something was different. I could faintly feel energy zip through the nerves under my skin, dancing in excitement at the word magic. I wonder. I knew Diane took away my energy and my magic before she left. But what if I still had some? I raised my hand to the sky and focused on the back of my hand. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had to see something. My mind quickly formed a word in my head, and I didn't know where it came from, but I let the word escape my lips as a soft whisper. Designator. As soon as the sound of that word faded into the air, the rain around me suddenly froze as if time had stopped. Donodiada! Talking now, no, whatever. The wind was still slightly blowing, but the rain had stopped. I slowly lowered my hand and looked around. Did I do this? Before I could move again, the raindrops and the stormy clouds above had faded away, returning the day to the summer weather I had before. I looked around and noticed that the grass and the gravestones were all dry, as if the rain didn't even fall in the first place.
I knew it! That girl has demon magic.
Who the fuck?
Then quit talking and let's take her! The demon lord will be so pleased.
Oh no. I've already been kidnapped once. Can't we not do this again? Before I could turn to search for the voices, I felt hands grab hold of my feet, and look down and lift my dress. Two pair of evil-looking hands had taken hold of my ankles, reaching through a dark red portal, a pentagram under my feet. I shrieked, trying to pull my legs away, but I couldn't stop them from swiftly pulling me into the ground. I was pulled deeper into the darkness. I was no longer in my world. I was being dragged through a dark void, one that I couldn't escape. I reached and clawed at the dark, trying to find something to grab onto. I tried to pull my legs out of the grip holding me, but I couldn't pull free. What was going on? What was happening? Somebody help me. As if someone heard my screams, I suddenly felt hands let go and disappear, leaving me to float in the darkness, blah, blah, blah. Shut my eyes, please let this be a dream, please let this be a dream. Finally felt the surface form under my feet and I collapsed onto it. I curled up my body from the experience I had. I didn't dare tear my eyes away from my lap, not ready to get up yet. The voice I heard then, however, made my heart stop.
You! What are you doing here?
That was
weird.
There was 2 achievements in a row there, and one of them had Naomi's face. Coming soon! What else makes Seduce Me come sooner? Help how you can find out here.
We've already had... Oop, it's already out. So the next one, because there's 2.
Wait, there's 2? Oh god, okay.
Simon.
Simon?
This house seems a bit much for one person.
Hey, I know your name.
Huh? Oh, hello there. Aw, aren't you adorable? What are you doing here? You don't seem to be just a stuffed animal.
What?
It's Simon.
Who's Simon?
You know the little thing that Matthew did?
Oh, yeah.
Well then, you seem interesting enough. Might as well see your true form.
Wait, what?
What the? What did you do to me?
What the fuck is going on?
I released you from your smaller form. So much magical energy shouldn't be shoved into just a small toy.
Matthew, what the fuck did you do?
You changed me? Why?
That's your question?
Because you shouldn't be forced to live as just a simple stuffed animal. I merely wanted to help.
The text says simply. She said simple. God damn it.
Well, now how am I supposed to sneak around? I'm too big now!
Don't get fussy with me. You can transform back at will. I merely unlocked the door to that form.
This is a weird amount of backstory for this weird throwaway thing.
You're weird.
You're weird.
So
You
much
were a
for
stuffed
generosity.
toy earlier.
I just want to get this over with. So many technicalities.
We can't have people knowing about the demon world. We can't have the incubi running around. But sure, I'll just turn the stuffed toy into a human. Whatever.
Don't give
What
me
the
that look.
fuck?
If anything, this is your fault.
That's okay.
You're a
Don't
demon!
give me that silent treatment. I don't want this. But if this romance story needs another villain so badly, then I have no choice in the matter. However, I will come out of this victorious one way or another. I will not let my kingdom fall because of this stupid story.
I don't know what any of you are talking about anymore. You're not even speaking!
Stubborn. As expected of you. You're as heartless as the Demon Lord. You should probably excuse yourself now. The human will be here soon, and I want to make my entrance without you hovering over my shoulder.
How are you fuckers all in my house?
This isn't what I want, but that's how the story is written.
Congratulations. What? Congratulations. You win. What? Why?
So what did you think?
When I look in your eyes again, I get trapped within you again. How come I am the one who's in